Hello everybody, this is Mark with Sourwood Branch Bee Farm. I got these two hives right here. A friend of mine had to go out of state for an extended period of time, and he asked me to take these hives and tend to them. And so I just got a chance to go through them today and kind of do an inspection on them. He's been feeding them. He got these bees from me last year in Nuke, and he built them up a little bit, and then he made a split and got this second hive going. And he's been doing pretty good with them through the winter. But I want to show you an example today because I had a chance to go through them of a hive that's about to starve out, and what you need to look for and what you need to do. Got some cold weather coming up, and got some cool wind coming in here this evening already. So I'm going to jump in here and get these girls opened up and show you what we got going on. Just in this top box here, we've got a feeder. We've added one of our rapid feeders in here, and they're working in it. But I'm expecting it to be a little chilly for the next few days, and some rain and stuff, and the bees aren't going to be able to get out, and they're going to need some more stores in here than what they got, and they're not going to be able to come up and take this liquid. They're not strong enough to do that. So let me open them up and I'll show you what they got going on. Okay, this is what they look like right here. So you can see the bees are covering 5 or 6 frames here. About 6 frames altogether. They've got some brood on these 3 or 4 frames, and they got a little pollen over here and a little bit of nectar over here right up in the front. And they're only working the front part of this box. This back part of the frames back here is empty. So I'm gonna get in here and pull some out. I'll show you. He still got just foundation on these 2 outside frames, and then there's the frame here that's empty, and the bees are not tending to it. That's the best way to get a wax moth invasion. If you got drawn out comb over here, the bees are on this side, the wax moth can move in over here, start laying in this wax, and pretty soon they just take over your whole box, run all your bees out. See, they got nothing in there, nothing. There's 2 empty combs. Alright, so that leaves us 6 frames here that they're actually working a little bit. And on this outside, they've got nothing. And so I moved them over here, and I've set up this 6 frame box that I have so we can keep all 6 frames that they're working together. And so we're going to move them over. Now you see this frame right here? They got a little nectar right there. Not a whole lot, but it's a little bit. And that's probably from what they've been bringing down out of that feeder. And we're going to put them back in this box exactly like we're taking them out of here. Another thing, he's got that screen bottom in there. And I never use screen bottoms, so I can't tell you a whole lot about screen bottoms. But I know we got some cold weather coming up, and these girls don't have any stores. They got a little honey back here on this frame, and you see we got the brood up here in the front of the frame, just on the front half. And that's all they're working. See the back half? Empty. They're not even on it. Another place that the wax moth could come in. I'm going to look on this frame and see if I see the queen. So just hang on just a second. Okay, got the queen. She was on the next frame. Should be able to see her right there. She's kind of gone up under those bees. Oh, there she goes, up toward the top. So she's on here. moving a little slow. But see, this frame, nothing in the back, good amount of brood in the front, and she's laying right there in the center. That's why she's on this frame. So now we know we got her. Sorry about that. We got her in the box. And this frame right here, I can see the little stores here on the back. And again, brood up in the front of the frame. But they just don't have a lot of stores for this cool spell coming. And it kind of worries me. So I'm going to put them in this box that fits what they're working. They're working 6 frames. I'm going to put them in 6 frames, and maybe they'll expand on toward the back. This is the last frame. Now this frame here, it's just got a little bit of pollen stores in it. And they've got some nectar in here. Looks like they're bringing a little bit out of that feeder. Now, when I was in here earlier today, it just didn't look like they had anything. Alright, now, got them in the box. We got a good cluster of bees going, and when they get that brood hatched out there, we should have a box building on up. So now what I want to do, I got this shim, and so I want to add this shim, and then we're going to put some newspaper right here on top and give these girls some dry sugar. So if it gets cold and they need to cluster on that brood that they got in there, they got a good amount of brood on those 4 frames, and that's enough bees there. They can cluster on that and keep it warm, because they're not going to want to leave it to go over here where this little bit of nectar is at, or over there. So we're going to put it right here on top, right in the center, where they can get to it. Smoke them down a little bit so we can add the paper. Sorry. I keep you guys on focus here. This is I guess our debut video on YouTube. Finally figured out how to get that going. So we're going to be posting pretty regular here. Now we'll lay this newspaper right on top. I'm over here. Stick with me. I'll leave a little space at the front for ventilation. I got a little space at the back here for ventilation. Now I got some sugar right here in the bucket. It's getting a little hard already. So just take this and just put it right on the frames here. And I've got a little bit of pollen sub, dry pollen sub, and I'm going to put just a little bit of that up here on the side there. So if they want that, they can have it to feed that brood, but majority of what they got in there is capped. So that's a quick to do right there. If you haven't checked your hives, I know we got some cool weather coming. I'm not going to be able to get in these hives for a few days yet, but if you got a hive that's low on stores and it's got some cool weather coming, they need the dry sugar. You can put, we can put that feeder back on top of them. Where'd it go? Right here. but they're not going to take it. They can't take the liquid when it's cold. Tell you what I can do. I'll move this up. And see, these feeders, you can set them right on top of these, right on top of the frames too. It's okay. And let the, I'm sorry, I can have y'all in that. It's goodness one-handed by myself. So you can set these rapid feeders right on top of the frames too. And I'll let these bees that are in here go back, and they can keep taking up some liquid for the rest of the day and a little while if it's warm. Let's see. See, we got the liquid in there with the cup. Yeah, if your hive is low on stores, this is the time of year that your hives starve out. So I feel like if I don't do something with this hive, next few days is going to be cold, it's going to be rainy, they can't get out. And what little bit of stores they got in there, trying to stay clustered on that brood, and not being able to get over there to those stores, they could starve out in the next few days. So I'm going to put the sugar right over the cluster where they can get to it, and hopefully it'll keep them going and keep them building, and they'll be good here in the next few days when it's warming up again. And so just a quick video on that, and hope everybody's doing good. And this is again Mark with Sourwood Branch Bee Farm. Hope everybody will like the videos, click the subscribe button and the bell and get notifications when we add more videos. And we'll go back in our archives and put some of the ones we've been adding to Facebook, get those out for you guys. We'll get a lot of good response on the videos we've made on there. So I hope everyone is enjoying. Make some comments and let us know what you think. And feel free to share with us how your hive's doing. You got any questions, post them, and we'll be glad to try to help you out. Thanks for watching.